Good morning, everybody. I've either lost my mind or I'm overly committed. It is 3:38 a.m. It is super early. I have to be at work at 5, but I wanted to hit the gym before I went to work. And I am going to the new gym, not going to my home gym. I'm hoping there's not another crazy person in there doing chest day, because I really want to use that plate-loaded incline press. That's the biggest thing on my to-do list. I haven't used one since I've gone to my new gym, which has been a little over a year. And I mean, I've been missing out because I remember using that particular machine at another gym, and it was always my go-to for chest, and I just haven't had one, so I'm really excited about it. And they have a pec deck that's better than the one at my home gym, which I just don't use. It just doesn't feel right, you know? That's why I think having a membership that lets you go to multiple gyms, or just having multiple memberships, is going to help you out in the long run. Just keeping an open mind, trying new things. And because yesterday, man, I had like the best back day I've had in a while. And I've had some pretty good back days. Like, I hadn't been slacking on back at all. But it just came from having to mix it up and use different machines. And I love those machines so much. My next back day is probably going to be very similar. But, you know, I'm super pumped about that. So plan for back is going to be the plate-loaded incline press, followed by the pec deck. And I'll either use another machine, chest press machine they have in there, or just do my good old cable presses, maybe some dips. I'm not really sure, but I know those two exercises are going to be the main ones. You know, I could end up just doing 5 sets of both of those, and that'd be my chest workout. And you might be thinking, man, that's not enough exercises, but the most important thing I think you can do when you're trying to get in shape, when you're trying to better yourself, is to go hard. Like, go to as close to failure as you can on every set. I think you're fine if you have a couple reps in reserve. You know, you don't have to be so crazy that every single set is failure. But I think it's going to be more beneficial if you take two guys, like one, they're both same build, eating the same food, doing the going to the gym. If you take the guy that's going as hard as he can and he's only doing a few exercises, versus the guy who's mixing it up a lot and he's leaving like 4 or 5 reps in reserve, the guy that's going hard is going to get better results every single time. I can almost guarantee it. Yeah, guys, you just got to go hard, nail your nutrition, hit each muscle once or twice per week, and you're going to make progress. If you're not making progress, one of two things is wrong. You're not going hard enough, or your nutrition is garbage. So just nail those two things. Keep a good attitude. Go into the gym. That's it. But that's about all I got for you guys right now. I feel like I should yap about something else, but I don't know. I mean, staying motivated. So a lot of people start going to the gym and then they'll lose their motivation. But for me, my motivation, I mean, it fades sometimes, but I'm so used to going every day at this point. It's programmed in my mind. It's in my blood now that taking a rest day is going to be harder than, you know, showing up. So I've developed the discipline. So I got motivated one day, and I decided in that moment when I was motivated that I was going to hit the gym as often as I possibly can. And I feel like I'm doing that. So I developed the discipline to show up. And the discipline works in a lot of different ways, because I've had a few injuries, minor tweaks, you know, and I've had to mix up my routine. Because at first I'm like, hey, is going every day making this happen? And, you know, maybe partially. You know, I think you probably should take your rest days, but I'm an addict. But what I did was I mixed it up in a way that I could go every day. Like I did certain warm-ups, I stayed away from certain exercises that didn't feel right. And in the long run, that's what's going to develop. That's what's going to make you, it's what's going to keep your longevity, like being able to go to the gym for a long period of time. So that's how I feel about that. But we're going to get in there, and I feel like the first working set is going to be plate loaded incline press. But I guess we'll see in a minute, won't we? I'll see you guys in there. All right, and there you have it. Chest day complete. So I will say it felt about the same as my chest workout at my home gym. The incline press here is nice, but I didn't get it right. I didn't get the seat position right until the last set. So that's something I'm going to have to work on, is finding that right position with the seat, because it makes a huge difference. I talk about it all the time when we're talking about working out legs or something, that I've made so much progress as far as the seat position when I'm working out my hamstrings and quads, that it made me start thinking that, man, I really need to check it out on pretty much everything I'm doing. So the third set, the final set, was my best set. It felt great. So if we start with that seat position next time, then there's no reason why it won't be a better chest workout. So I did start with that. I did a rotator cuff warm up. I did 3 sets of the incline press, plate loaded. And then I jumped over to the pec deck. Again, seat position, weight, trying to find the perfect balance of being able to control the weight, but it being heavy enough that by 8, 9, 10, all the way up to 12 reps, this is extremely difficult. But I did mess with that, and by the final set, again, I had it right. And then I used so I did 3 sets there, really focusing on that squeeze. Nice stretch, wide, squeeze in the middle. And then I used their chest press machine. Again, final set was the best set. Had to mess with the weight. The strength curve on that one's kind of small because it only goes up to, I think, 250. And I was able to do 12 reps at 170. So that might be like a finisher kind of machine where my chest is already exhausted. But that was pretty close to the end of my workout. But I did 2 sets on that one. And then I walked over to the cables. I wanted to do some cable presses. Like the cable stacks, if you don't go to different gyms, if you go to the same gym all the time and use the same cable stack, you don't realize how much different it can feel if you go to a different gym, you know. So I think that's another benefit to mixing it up and going to different gyms, is that you're able to, you know, try different things, and it just feels a little bit different. But chest workout was good. I did 2 sets there, focusing on the squeeze and the stretch. Did my pose down. Didn't have time for cardio, so I'm going to have to figure out cardio if I'm going to be coming this early all the time. I'm not really sure if I'll come this early all the time. Sometimes I'll do it after. I just wanted to make sure I'd be able to use the machines I wanted to today, because it's 4:48 and my workout's complete, but work is right down the road. So, but overall, I'll give that chest workout, I'd say about a 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10. There's still some stuff I got to work on. But yeah, guys, that's it. Get to work, have a couple Cliff bars. Already had my pre-workout, my multivitamin and all that good stuff. But I have a couple Cliff bars, work. Have my sweet potatoes and ground turkey for lunch. So we are set. We are good to go. But of course, as always, don't let that dreamer die. Keep the grind alive and never ever give up on yourself. I will see you guys tomorrow for leg day.